Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. How many of you have ever experienced this? I know I'm not by myself, but how many times have you ever called a company or a corporation or a business to get some information just to hear this? If you'd like to speak in such and such, hit 1. If you'd like to speak to customer service, hit 2. If you want to speak to credit, hit 3. Blah, blah, on and on and on. Now, I know we've all experienced that because, unfortunately, in our society now, that's the norm. That's all we hear anymore, is that whenever you call somebody, you get that. And then what's frustrating and aggravating to me is when you call these people, not only do they do that, then they want you to put in your telephone number verbally. And you try speaking and putting in a number, and you put in your telephone number, and they always mess it up. And you repeat it 2 or 3 times, and they keep doing that, so that's aggravating. Then they'll ask you for your account number, and you tell them that verbally, and they get that number wrong. And then after a while, you finally get somebody on the phone. Well, unfortunately, we all face this in our society now, and it's lack of good customer service. Because unfortunately, customer service is going by the wayside. Now, I'm not here to placate anyone about it. I'm going to tell it like it is tonight. Now, I am personally frustrated with it, because I had an incident recently when I called Piedmont Natural Gas, and I spoke to someone 2 months ago. And I asked Piedmont Natural Gas, well, I didn't get to speak to them. I called them up. It was a recorded information thing. And all I wanted to do was, I'm taking care of 2 accounts now, my mother's and my account. I just asked them to please quit drafting my mother's bank account and start mailing the bills to her address so my brother could be responsible for paying them. Didn't say anything about my bill personally, because I have an account with them too. Well, anyway, I was over at her house the other day, and I got the mail from my brother, and it was 3 months worth of gas bills from Piedmont Natural Gas. They had not been paid. And I said, what in the world's going on here? Because I did not ask him. It was my bill, it's not hers. So I called him. And that's another thing. I turned the bill over. On the back of the phone bill, the Piedmont Natural Gas thing, there's nothing on there with the customer service number. There's a number called if there's an emergency like leakage, or if you have a thing with your bill, if you wanted to speak to somebody, or record a thing about that. But nothing to speak to customer service. I had to go online and get a telephone number to call them. So I finally got in touch with somebody. I told her, listen, I called, left a message. I said, one thing, I never asked anybody to mess with my account. They had stopped drafting my bill, and they had continued drafting my mother's bill, and they mailed my bill over to her house. I never asked them to do that. So finally, after 30 minutes of talking to him, I said, listen, let's get this straight. I got the girl's name and stuff. But a lot of times, if you call these computer-operated telephone type things, you won't get an individual person. That's why they ask you the person's name. That way you can write it down. So I've learned to start doing that. But anyway, how many times you had experience too? I used to have dial-up, and if you had problems with your dial-up, you called a number. You spoke to somebody 2,000 or 3,000 miles away in India, and there was a language barrier there. You tried to speak to the person, and they were real polite and everything. They didn't understand a doggone thing you were talking about. And then they tried to work with you, and it took almost forever to finally get it. See, everybody, all these visitors now, they're outsourced everything. If you did anything about tiles or carpets, you had to go to somebody outside the landscaping area to get somebody to help you don't know anything about it. And then if you ever walk by one of those people and see them, they walk by you like you're not even there. And like, you got to tackle them to get their attention. And these type of things may or may not to you be petty, or maybe I'm just being a little picky about it, but I think that unless we start complaining to these corporations and these businesses and tell them, listen, we would rather have good customer service. Yes, we like the good low prices, and we like that and the sacrifice of those. Or I went on the line over there, the internet, and got onto a website, looked up from Forbes magazine back in May of last year, just some statistics that show you exactly what's going on, like for bank tellers' jobs. From 1999 to 2009, over 200,000 jobs have been lost to technology because of this alone, because of voicemail systems, teller machines, pay electronically, etc. United States Postal Services, automated machines capable of site recognition can read addresses and stuff just as well as people can now. So since 1995 to 2009, there's been over 79,000 jobs in the Postal Service replaced. AT&T phone company, because of voice recognition technology and all that. They're called the new silicone operators now, have replaced from 1998 to 2009, over 189,000 jobs have been replaced. And the retail establishments, use of electronic barcodes and scanners. That's how you don't see people bagging the groceries anymore, the cashiers doing stuff. They say from 1997 to 2008, over 170,000 these jobs will go in there. That's a lot of jobs. These corporations are making a huge amount of profits at the sacrifice of our service. And I think unless we start telling these people, well, listen, we don't mind paying a little more for a little more service. I mean, I personally don't. I don't know how you feel about that. But anyway, I feel that if we really want to take back our customer service, we really need to demand of these companies and stuff that, hey, we know we like the good low prices, but we also would like to have good customer service and that personal feel-good touch that we just don't seem to have anymore with customers or with individuals. I personally would rather talk to somebody than to talk to a machine. Now, they do have their benefits. Like now, I can go online and register for school. I can get online and call and have my registration. I don't have to wait in the long lines and stuff. I appreciate that. I'm not saying that everything is bad. I'm just saying some of the things that we like service and stuff, we still want that, personal touch. And if the rest of you feel this way, I think that we need to take back our customer service. And like the guy said in that movie, I'm damn tired of it. I'm not taking it anymore. So anyway, that's my pet peeve. And I think if we let these people know, these corporations, either by mailing them letters, sending letters, boycotting them, or just email them and say, listen, I think we need this. And enough people do this, maybe we can get some of that customer service, back into where it needs to be. So listen, I